seated. Mr. Secretary, please do the roll call.
Honorable Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. For the First District Councilors, Honorable Agapito Heriberto G. Swan, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable J.R. Pascual, Honorable Amy Rose P. Moreno, Honorable Romeo V. Calizo, Honorable George S. Goking, Honorable Jose Pepe S. Abu Jr., Honorable Malvern A. Esparcia. For the Second District Councilors, Honorable Ivona Yasin B. Imano, Honorable Maria Lourdes S. Gaani, Honorable Jolene Mercedes L. Balaba, Honorable James K. Judith II, Honorable Ian Mark Cunacaya, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas, Honorable Christian Rostico M. Archas, Honorable Josette G. Magtahas Daba. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Yan Lam S. Lim, Liga ng mga Barangay President, and Honorable Kenneth John D. Sakala, City SK Federation President. There is quorum, Madam Presiding Officer.
Quorum is hereby certified. Where are the two councilors? Malvern and Judith? Okay. So, Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, our Vice Mayor, Bibot Rodriguez, members of the City Council, our guests in the gallery, people who are watching us in their social media platforms. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Madam Chair, mayong hapon
Ay,
sa
nakalimot
tanan.
na ko. I forgot to greet the councilors who are here. Good afternoon. Our friends from the media, who are watching us right now. Maayong hapon, fellow Cagayanos. Maayong hapon kanatong tanan.
Mga hapon sa tanan. So, Madam Chair, may I move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous regular session of this Council on January 8, 2024.
And a second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
On special report portion, Madam Chair, there are two members of the City Council who are intending to deliver their respective special report. First, Councilor Jose Joey P.B. Abo, who will discuss on the operation of motorcycles with modified mufflers to be rejoined by Councilor James Judith, but considering the fact that Councilor James Judith is not around, I do not know why.
I do not know why too.
But I can read.
You can read my mind?
Yes, yeah. So, and the second reporter is Councilor Amy Moreno,
Okay.
who would be discussing about garbage collection. So, that would be the sequence, Madam Chair. May I request that Councilor Joey Abo be recognized?
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas. Yes, Councilor Attorney Joey Abu, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officers. I'm sorry. To my colleagues in the 20th City Council, friends from the gallery and online, a pleasant afternoon. My special report, Madam Presiding Officer, would talk about a concern of our residents from different barangays which they are complaining of. Among the many things that needs to be addressed, and this is about pollution. It is not the usual pollution that the environment that I am referring to, which is also equally important to be addressed. But I am referring to noise pollution from mufflers of motor vehicles. Almost every day, na ako'y makita nga mga sakyanan, especially motorcycles, nga kusog kayo magpadagan ug sa ilang pagpadagan sa maong mga salakyan, ang ilang tambutso murag gapaka-paka sa kasaba o gani napay uban nga murag pusil na nga gapamuto ang kasaba. This is a problem especially at night where our fellow Cagayanons, especially atong mga elders, nga maglisod o katulog o pahulay tungod sa kasaba sa maong tambutso. Gani, there were several times nga makakita ko dara sa atong highways, particularly dari sa may Kauswagan and somewhere part of Gusa, nga naapag gani mag-drag race ini kagabi nga mga motor. Now I check if there is a national law with regard to this matter, and Section 51 of Act number 3992 or ginatiwag nga Revised Motor Vehicle Law nag-ingon nga every motor vehicle propelled by internal combustion engine shall be equipped with a muffler. And whenever said motor vehicle passes through the streets of any city, municipality, or thick populated district or barrio, the muffler shall not be cut out or disconnected. Now, ako sang lantaw kung nanabatay ordinansya ani sa atua diri sa Dakbayan, and ang kalabot aning sa muffler, nakalatid siya sa atong traffic code, no? Traffic code. In fact, kini ato ang City Ordinance number 10551-2007, Section 81, nag-ingon pod nga no person shall operate a motor vehicle on a street unless such motor vehicle is equipped at all times with muffler or mufflers in constant operation and sufficient capacity for the motor, and equipped with an exhaust system to prevent the escape of excessive fumes or smoke or unusual noise. Gani, naagihapon tay patad na penalty, multa ani nga 1,000. And sa ako pong pag-research, napoy gi-issue ang Land Transportation Office nga Memorandum Circular. That's Memorandum Circular 2020-2240, which is to, particularly, the original allowed maximum decibel for every vehicles is placed at 150. 150 decibels, but it was now, at present, lowered down to 99 decibels. No, so, obviously, tama sa sigurong tanan, nakabantay ana po, nga, dagan kayo mga motorsiklo, nga improvise nila nga, pag magbragan sa ato ang mga kadalanan, saba agad kayo, especially sa ato ang highways, and diapod sa mga kabarangayan ng mga dalan. Now, I am raising this to address the concern, Madam Presiding Officer. The offices which have the duty to enforce this ordinance or national law or the memorandum circular of the LTO, sa ato ang ordinansya is ang RTA and ang ato ang mga membro sa kapulisan. Pero, sa kadaghan sa ipod ilang buluhaton, akong lantaw, mas maayo pod nga itap ang matag barangay. And perhaps they will be, ang ato ang mga barangay tanods would be deputized also to enforce this city ordinance. In collaboration, of course, with the Land Transportation Office, the Roads and Traffic Administration, and our members of the PNP. To this, Madam Presiding Officer, may I respectfully pray that this matter be referred to the Committee on Public Order and Safety, chaired by Councilor Romeo Calizo, also joined by the Committee on Barangay Affairs, chaired by ABC President Councilor Alam Lim, and also perhaps would like to entice the Honorable City Mayor, since this is already, we have already a city ordinance on this matter. Perhaps he can also issue an executive order enforcing such ordinance. That would be all, Madam Presiding Officer, and once again, good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Councilor Attorney Joey Abu. Any comment? None? Okay, refer to the committee on... Kasi nagpata. Okay. Councilor Romeo Calizo, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and good afternoon to you, and to my colleagues and our guests. I remember before the takeover of COVID, we had a series of committee meetings regarding this. Because then, the problem regarding this, they call it Bora Bora, adjusted mufflers, they open the pipes to make the sound very noisy. I don't know what's the intention of the riders of this Bora Bora. And that time, it was Pagatpat and Kanituan who were experiencing, experiencing this problem. And these barangays had a scheme of stopping these Bora Bora riders. And I think we already have the provisions of the law, national, the local, and even the memorandum circular coming from the Land Transportation Office, Madam Chair. And it's just a matter of, I don't know, in Patag, I do not hear this. Modesty aside, Madam Chair, because I'm from Patag, I know that the barangay is strictly enforcing the provisions of law, so that this Bora Bora cannot litter around that barangay. And in some barangays, just like Kanituan, they're now very strict. May I just request our good reporter, because of course, we have to exercise very, very well our oversight functions. Where are, which barangays have we identified that these Bora Bora riders are proliferating? Para lang
Barangays,
siguro
yeah.
itong
Yeah,
mabuyag na
Councilor
lang.
Attorney Joy Abo, yes, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I've noticed this motor vehicles, not particularly motorcycles, but even motor vehicles, mga auto yun, no, nga mga gipang improvised lugar ba. Normally late at night sa atong poblasyon area, daghan, especially on a weekend, dara sa amo gyapon sa Bulwa, I would also presume na padulong kay, even inside my room, I can hear these vehicles passing by. Medyo layo na gani ang main road sa Amua. But I can still hear these vehicles passing by. Probably it's going towards Bulwa or Patag. Kauswagan Highway, especially at night, around 11, 12, 1, there are some who are doing drag racing with very noisy mufflers also in Gusa. I noticed there are some Lapasan Gusa Highway, that part.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Yet, in Muffler Act of 2016, not only motorcycles are disallowed to do modifications in their mufflers. Even other motorized vehicles, just like even four-wheeled vehicles, if they emit loud noises, they're prohibited, Madam Chair. That is Muffler Act of 2016, as amended in 2020. And I now, in one of our, I think we have to recraft the provision of the ordinance as an amendment to the existing traffic code, Ordinance 10551, Madam Chair, so that we will provide a heavier penalty, because most of these Bora Bora riders medyo naagay kaya sa kinabuhi, Madam Chair. So if they'll be impounded and pay 1,000 and get again their respective motorcycles, dali ra ba ng 1,000? Now I am contemplating, maybe anyway, it will be done probably at the committee, that we will copy what other LGUs are doing, just like Davao, for example. Will not only impound, we will confiscate the Bora Bora, so that they'll not do that again. Anyway, having prayed by the reporter that this be referred to the committee that I chair, Committee on Public Order and Safety, sige, siguro it's good if we'll impose heavier penalty this time.
Okay.
In Davao, they confiscate. Ipison pa gani.
How can you chase them?
Ma'am, what is that?
How can you chase? The
Ah.
motor.
In any operation, whether military,
So,
whether
batayan lang, who
corporate.
are these people?
There's always a way to find them out, Madam Chair. And that's the use of our intelligence. And we have a lot of intelligence fund to use. We can look for them
Okay.
and identify them, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Councilor Romeo Calizo, yes. Councilor Irene Moreno. Aimee Moreno.
Madam
Next.
Chair, maayong hapon ug sa ako ang mga kauban.
Yes,
Just
good
a
afternoon.
question, Madam Chair. Before penalties are talked about or before apprehensions are talked about, may I ask if the city has existing kanang decimal meters or murag radar siya kung naa ang city?
Wala.
Wala. So maybe we can also include that in the agenda for the committee meeting, no, the purchase or procurement of such equipment for us to be able to determine if there are grounds for apprehension. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Councilor Roger Abada, you have the floor.
Very much, Madam Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Ribot Rodriguez, my colleagues in the 20th City Council, and all people who are watching us today. I have also the same observation of the reporter, Councilor Jupip Abu. Siguro mga 2 weeks ago, I was there in Uptown. There was also racing of vehicles and motorcycles na just at the back of SM. A very, very polluted area, but still they can afford to have that racing, no? Ang saba pag kayo ang mga ma-players, no? So, siguro nasla diyan nag-standby sa likod. Dini po sa highway, mayroon na gasoline station diya. Diya sila favorite place nga mag racing, like, especially during 11 to up to unholy hours. So this must be stopped, and I think this is the time that the newly elected the barangays, should be conversant with the new. And it's not law. There are plenty of laws already, so nothing to be afraid of the enforcement. Naatay Republic Act 4136, the Land Transportation and Traffic Code, wherein it penalized 5,000 pesos, mandatory replacement of pan-confiscation, mandatory replacement of kining exhaust, kanang muffler, with inspection nga, kung madakpan, kinalan iyaging ipulihan. And under Anti-Muffler Act or Modification Act of 2016, it also provides penalties. 1,000 for the offense, second, 3,000 or 5,000, then confiscation if there is repeated violation of the such law. So, daghan na mga ordinansa nga it's not only motor vehicles, it's not only motorcycle, but including motor vehicles ang nabutang diya sa Open Muffler Act of 2016, no? So, especially that kanang missing, kanang walagi tambutso, no? Muffler, defective or modified modification, increases of sounds that emitted in motor vehicles that contribute noise pollution and pollution, no? So, the owners and the drivers under the law will be penalized. So we will have to encourage also our barangay officials, no, concerned nga kung mahimo, they will do their routine patrol and they will seek assistance from LTO, RTA, or our PNP personnel. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abada. Yes, Councilor Attorney Joey Abu.
Thank you again, Madam Presiding Officer. Precisely, Madam Presiding Officer, as based on this memorandum circular as well as in our traffic code, there was, I am not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, probably some of you here knows about this. Barangay tanods, enforcers, were not allowed to apprehend this. That's why should they are not allowed or deputized, perhaps that's why we atong tawagon po ng mga kambarangay appeal ani kay para kung unsay pamaagi nga ma-deputize ni sila to effect arrest o pag-confiscate ani mga kuan pagpataw sa multa in behalf of the city government, then basin pwede na, posible na kay kung ang ato lang saligan ng atong RTA o atong mga kapulisan, aside sa gakahintabo ni siya normally sa kadlawon na kaayo, ang atong mga pulis gabantay po sa atong seguridad, basin pwede sa nato ma-augment ang ato ang mga kabarangayan ani. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay, thank you very much. So, again, refer to the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Public Utilities. Okay, the next speaker will be Councilor Amy Moreno. You have the floor.
Madam Chair, once again, good afternoon, and sa ako ang mga kauban and sa 20th City Council ug sa media ug uban pod sa mga nananaw sa atoang live mayong hapon. Madam Chair, addendum ra kay kanina, di ba, I would like to thank and congratulate the local government unit of Cagayan de Oro for its participation in the recently concluded Cuyami Sports Fest. And daghan na dawat nga awards ang Cagayan de Oro.
Congratulations also.
Yes, so congratulations to all the winners of the Cuyamis. So, Madam Chair, I will make this very short, but I have been receiving reports, Madam Chair, regarding the garbage collection sa Atuang City. And I understand that bago lang nahuman ang Christmas and New Year, we expect that mudaghan ang atuang mga basura. And I also do recall, Madam Chair, that September of last year, special report si Councilor Malvern Esparcia regarding sa basura. But unfortunately, there was no committee meeting held for that purpose. So may I just share with you information that I have gathered. I also do have other photos that were sent to me na wala na lang na ako gi-appeal, but kini karon dili naman siguro tanan nga area, no, but there are certain areas na murag na normalize na ang ingani nga sitwasyon. And next slide please. This is Barangay Patag. We have also Barangay Bulwa and also Barangay Puerto. Now, I know that under the Republic Act 9003 or the Waste Management Act, kurambos no gikan sa barangay level ang kinahanglan, appeal pod ang local government of Cagayan de Oro, and I do believe that everyone has a role to portray. So I did call a particular barangay captain and I asked them kung unsa bay problema. Okay, here, Madam Chair, my purpose is to be able to solve the perennial issue. Now, unsa bay problema? Ang ilahang sulti sa ako is that there has been inconsistent garbage collection. Busa na instead na every Monday, malate usahay ang pagkuha sa mga basura. Mautong nidaghan ang atuang mga basura. And sa karon, according to them, that wala na quick response team ang atuang collection. So I'm not here to criticize anyone nor the garbage collection, but I am here, Madam Chair, to move that this be tackled in the Committee on Environment so that we can also be able to ask ang atuang mga nakakuha sa kontrata sa garbage collection kung naabay problema. Kulang ba sa manpower? Kulang ba sa truck? Or is there mismanagement on their side? So these are the things that we need to investigate. Kaya as mentioned kanina by Councilor Joey Albuno na importante ang pag-monitor sa noise pollution, I believe this is equally important or probably more important if I must say. So Also, Madam Chair, is since this was reported September by Councilor Malvern Esparcia, I do hope that this would be able to, the committee would be able to address this kay what if moabot ang panahon 3-6 months na ingani paghihapon ang atuang sitwasyon. So, in that case, which simba ko, I hope it does not happen, but if that happens, who will be held liable for such, for non-delivery of service? And so, Madam Chair, I move that this be brought to the Committee on Environment. And also, Madam Chair, lastly is may we show a video. This one, ay wait lang wait sa. Actually, can we pause first? Ay, okay na, wait lang actually, a video was sent to me. A video showing Barangay Pagalungan. Of course, I could not believe it. They could have easily made a fake video. No, so I intently had asked my staff to go to Barangay Pagalungan to see for themselves the state of Barangay Pagalungan karon. So maybe please play the audiovisual. So this is the national road going Barangay Pagalungan, and as you see on the right side is garbage. Nahimo na siyang junk yard ang national road sa Barangay Pagalungan. That is the right side of Barangay Pagalungan, and it's quite long. So, murag mahadlok ta ani Madam Chair kay basin mo abot ang panahon no na wala nato na notice. Labi na yung mga taga District 2 na dili mo adto sa hinterland barangays, makurat na lang ta na nahimo ng dump site ang tibuok Barangay Pagalungan. So, my question here is, again, sa Republic Act 9003, na ombudsman ang local government of Cagayan de Oro. I think 18th council man siguro to. So, that is why the city had spent roughly about 70 million pesos para sa Pagalungan dump site. My question is, no, with all the troubles that they had gone through, with all the expenses that they have accumulated to making Pagalungan a multi-awarded program, awarded by the DENR and other national agencies, may I just ask kung unsa bay status? This on sa video, this is the left side of the national road.
When was this taken?
Yesterday, Madam Chair. So this is very fresh. So I would just like to ask if naa pa bay purpose ang Pagalungan dump site? Kay labi na I understand that everyone that we are all aspiring to get more awards, no, awards for the city, and this one is one of the basic requirements, and this might put a stop to whatever awards we are aspiring, Madam Chair. So apart from the money that the city of Cagayan de Oro used for this, we are also putting into danger ang ato ang mga kaigsuunan sa Barangay Pagalungan. So with this, Madam Chair, I also fervently pray that this also be tackled in the committee on agriculture. Environment, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Amy Moreno. Yes, Councilor Roger Abaday.
Thank you very much, God reporter, Amy, no? Kindly provide me with that record or put it in record to our secretariat because that will be one of my exhibit during the committee meeting, and I'm inviting the contractors and even the concerned barangays in your footage, no? Or involved in your footage, but I'm asking the good reporter if when was that photo taken katong mga basura sa mga barangay. Okay. para may bawa nato nga kanusa gina siya nga incident na itabo, no? Kay to be fair, dili ko laban sa kontraktor sa kanang kolektor nato. Nana sila giset nga schedule daily sa kada barangay paghakot sa mga basura. So nanasab sila yung mga quick response, mga gagmay nga para magsuot-suot sa mga ano. So tinuod na yung incident nga di gid mahakot, no. Now dili na to mablame tanan sa kontraktor. Sumala pa sa finding sa COA, nationwide finding, doon yung neglect ang LGU. Especially sa mga kabarangayan, wala gyud makatuman sa balaod sa Republic Act 9003. Labi na kining segregation o kining disposal. Now, ang usa sa problema kaning sa atong kahugaw basura, paglabay sa basura ug unsay basura ilabay, ang kulang og disiplina gyud ang mga tao. Dili sila, wala pa sila maka amgo unsa gyud ang right disposal of garbage. Gani in my committee na namo ko schedule sa dapat last year pa ni nagmakanda ko information and education drive sa mga 80 barangays with regards to compliance of Republic Act 9003. Kay tanaw nimo wala gyud, halos tanan barangay wala maka comply, labi na sa paglabay. Ang pagbatasan sa paglabay, unsay ilabay o kanusa ilabay, wala gina. Muna makita nimo sa kadalanan nga pirmi na basura, kay ang ubang mga katawhan dili maghulat sa adlaw na oras nga molabay ang maghakot, no. Pero di gyapon magakatuman kasagara. Sumuna nga hugaw ang atong dalan. So there is a need for our residents na muyo din nga kinahanglan makaibalog sila sa ilang responsibilidad. We do not rely so much to the city. Ang city, kita nag-budget na ta og 200 plus million for garbage management. Nag-subsidize pa ang city sa mga kabarangayan para mutabang og hakot sa basura. But still, problema gyapon ta. So that is something to be addressed, no, kanang imong special report. We have to address that, and inviting the reporter and all members of those who are concerned, and we will see to it what are measures that we can do something for our garbage. With regards to sanitary landfill, tinuod to kanang imong gingon Councilor Aiming na diya muhapit ang mga basurero kay kanang sa mga basurero dito nila sila naga-segregate. Dapat kanang mga recyclable di na moabot dito sa landfill, pero gimo ang kanang mga pangakot sila ga-segregate mo nang gi-file nila diya sa daptindalan going ta Pagalungan. Unta kung ang barangay Pagalungan ilang mga konsiyo ug nagsagansab sila o ilan ang dapat sila sa mabadlong kay naa naman sa daplindal tinuod na. So muna nga there is something to be done, especially sa awareness and responsibility of every residents din sa Cagayan de Oro with regards to solid waste management. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abaday. Any more comment? Yes, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Gamay na ning ako. Dili kay nga ako, maggamay ako istorya. Kining I've been city councilor for I think since 1998. There were some gaps because I ran for higher position, but I did not make it. So I am familiar with this perennial problem of garbage collection. It is not only a problem of the present administration. It has been the problem ever since. Panahon pa na sa mga karaan ng mga mayor hangtod karon. Kaya ito nga ang atong sanitary landfill kining napadya sa Upper Carmen. Nga gapon, kita kag basura nga nasdap ni dalan. Ingano negosyo na, Madam Chair. Na magsigigya sila sa kasada, mag-segregate. Kaya ilahi nila ang karton, cellophane daw. Para inegosyo mo na, munang nakabuhi sa mga tao nga naskilid sa kanya to diha sa the same problem repeats itself. So, ang importante is doon na kayo pagtinabangay. Doon na pagtinabangay sa gobyerno o sa mga katawhan. Kanades pagalungan, tuwara mas ubos na ang atong landfill, so dito na buhaton nila ka ng ilang negosyo. Dili din sa dalan. So it's a matter of just, I think, putting some rules and regulation, guidelines, kung asa sila kay luoy man pod kana mga tao diya sila nabuhi sa ng basura because there is money in garbage. Ilain lang nato tingali. So ato nang pangitag paagi nga buhi lang pod. Now kaning mas basura nga makita nato sa kadalan na normal pod na. Kay di magini mo you cannot avoid a city as big as Cagayan de Oro nga lugar butanta lugar sinaw gid kalimpyo. Kaya na magitaw nga mga naiban diya, panglabay na sa gikan sila yung lugar, ilabay sa atong basura sa atong lugar. So dili ka na mabantayan tanan. So what is important is the cooperation again sa mga kabaranggayan. Tinabangay kita. Kay lagi kining basura, kasbin, dili lang gani din siya. Cagayan de Oro, tibok, tangan, gaspisan ganis mga kalungsuran. Dili lang sa atos Pilipinas, tibok, kalibutan man yung problema. There is always that problem. So, mo kana nga ang ato is we will have this referred to the committee og mangita ta og mga maayong nga mga solusyon kanang mga dalan diya nga kanas pagalungan dito na lang sa ubos nga na sila magtrabaho sa ilang negosyo diya kay lagi aron sad makapaeskwela silang mga anak kanang mga tao diya nga salig sa basura for sa ilang subsistence. Salamat kayo, Amy.
Thank you very much. Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas. Yes, Councilor Ayan Mark Nakaya.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Thank you, Councilor Amy. I like your MLD pick.
I know where to
attire.
order that.
Balupod si Councilor Gurley.
Yes, Councilor Gurley.
Ang sa lalaki lang wala. Sound pag-order. Anyway, correctly put, it's really a problem. It's, in fact, it's not only citywide, nationwide. It's global crisis already. It has become a crisis because the waste can warm the global community, Madam Presiding Officer. And of course, climate change as the end effect, which would melt the ice, the water would be heated, and lifespan will be shortened. So that's the effect of waste, Madam Presiding Officer. That is why the national government was committed to the concerns and addressed issue by the United Nations, and the Philippines is one of the signatories to address the concern of global warming. And one of the course of actions, of course, was the enactment of RA 9003, which is the waste management of the entire solid waste of the Philippines. And you know, what has been missed in the discussion, Madam Presiding Officer, is that even RA 9003 and the entire Congress, both lower and upper, and the President of the Republic then, who signed RA 9003, was intending to transfer the responsibility to the LGUs, specifically the barangays. The barangays. In other words, there's a role to play for the communities to develop a waste management plan. In fact, RA 9003 has articulated a 10-year waste management plan for each LGU, including the barangays, to efficiently control and manage waste in the respective area of jurisdictions. So there is a call now, not only on our Committee on Environment, but the Committee on Barangay as well. And perhaps our SK President, the youth sector, can also participate in this trust. While the city government has also a responsibility in collecting the entire large amount of waste, Madam Presiding Officer, but it's about facilitating. That is why we provided the, what do you call that, the sanitary landfill in the previous administration, and in pursuant to that, all waste should be delivered and transferred to one area. What has been shown by Councilor Amy Moreno, Madam Presiding Officer, was an image that we have already sold in Carmen. We eliminated those shanties developing their respective homes into a garage of waste. And now it has been transferred, sadly, to Pagalungan. And how far it would reach, I do not know. Because when it was in Carmen, it was a long trail of houses with this garage of waste. We hope that it will not continuously happen, and we seek that the referral would not only be on environment, but we include as well the barangay, Madam Presiding Officer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councilor J. Pascual, you have the floor.
Maayong hapon, Madam Chair, fellow councilors. Ngako lang, Madam Chair, is I have been to Singapore. Ang ilaha manggod, I was sent there by the former Mayor Moreno, and of course, dako kayo og kuan ilaha dito, Madam Chair, kay ang ilang basura i-incinerate nila. They already have a smokeless incinerator. Then ang ilaha ding ma-incinerate, they murag i-convert nila into energy. So makakwarta pa sila, and then ang katupag yung waste, ila pag yung himuon o kanang filling materials para sa ilahang kanang ga-expand manggod sila. And pwede po nila i-convert into kanang fertilizer. So dako kay ikatabang, and I just hope that was already 6 years ago. So hopefully ang Cagayan de Oro mo level up na punta, Madam Chair, na we can consider, because I have heard na ang uban cities sa Manila nag-smokeless incinerator na sila. And they have been nakakwarta na sila sa ilahang pagkuan. So wala na sila problema sa ilang basura, nakakwarta pa sila sa energy. So hopefully we can put a stop sa kanang basura nga problema if we have those kanang mga ideas nga ingonana. So dili na mag-segregate kay sunog na lang man to dito, mahimo na din siya og energy. But of course, ang atong mga katawhan nga recycle, possible pagyapon siya, pero at least ma-minus na ang ato ang basura, and mas paspas minus na ang ato ang basura, and mas paspas na mo kolekta og basura kay mahimo basura kay mahimo kay mahimo man siya kwarta diretsyo. Og basura kay mahimo man and mas paspas na mo kolekta og basura kay mahimo man siya kwarta diretso.
7, 8, 9, 10, 4.
Secretary, sa CHED, Secretary. Now, just last Monday, he refuted that claims that it has abolished already the senior high school program, following the issuance of memorandum ordering state and local universities and colleges to discontinue the program. Now, in addition, the CHED and the DepEd had an agreement that public universities can offer senior high school program during the transition period. Now, and the students are subsidized through the voucher program. Since the transition period is over, public universities and colleges now need the use of their classroom and teachers. Siguro, gamito na sa CHED. Now, ang problema karon kay, according to the secretary or CHED secretary, that no more budget for senior high. Only those who have remaining budget can utilize to continue the senior high school program. So I think this is one of the area that should also be considered nga ma-separate sila kay di na sila kabayad siguro sa ilang contribution or share sa kanang eskwelahan. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Councilor Suzette Daba. Yes?
Madam Chair, just to add, no, actually, ang kanisya na budget, wala may appeal ang city, ani. This is
Sa DepEd
from
na.
DepEd,
Yeah.
and it's important that they will be declared independent, Madam Chair, because sometimes what will happen is that they borrow teachers, no, from the mother
okay.
school. So dito i-charge ang mga sweldo, so sometimes kulang ang budget kay limited man, kay mabahin man na sa tibuok
Yes.
nasod. So mas importante na tanan schools dapat unta nga ma-independent na siya from the mother school. So, muna siya ang importante, but it's just that some other schools wala pa naka-comply sa requirements. So, magtinagsa na sila, magpa-approve sa ato that we interpose no objection
Yes.
to declare independence
Yeah.
from these annex schools. Thank you,
Yeah,
Madam
Thank
Chair.
you very much. Clear. Okay. So, next. Thank you very much, Councilor Suzette Daba.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Move to approve second final reading.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 7, proposed resolution number 2024. Kani siya to, kimo na to number 6. 5 ni siya. 594, yes. 594. Approving and or adopting the Institutional Development Plan for 2024 to 2029 for City College of Cagayan de Oro. May request Councilor Suzette Magtaas Daba for sponsorship.
Councilor Suzette Daba, you have the floor.
Pupagay ko katindog question na daw, Madam Chair. Anyway, Madam Chair, again, maayong hapon sa tanan, no. This proposed resolution, the approval of the 20th City Council is actually very vital, Madam Chair, because this will actually fully comply the requirement of CHED for the institutional recognition of the City College. So this was actually presented by the interim administration of the City College and duly approved by the school governing board of the City College, which is chaired by City Mayor Rolando Clarex Uy. So this is in preparation for school year 2024-2025. Hopefully, with the compliance of the numerous requirements, no, enumerated by CHED, we are already closer to opening our City College, pero diri pata sa annex campus in Agusan. So all our classrooms actually are air-conditioned, Madam Chair, and we are very happy with the developments. CHED just recently visited the campus in Barangay Agusan. So with this, Madam Chair, I move to approve proposed resolution number 2024-595.
Any second? Objection? Question again. Councilor Ayan Mark Nakala. Kaya, you have the floor.
Again, we would like
An explanation again.
our chair of the Committee on the Education to educate us.
Okay, educate again. Councilor Suzette Daba, you have the floor.
Wala pa nagsugod.
Ha?
Ako pa magsugod sa ako.
Musugod ka.
Gi-recognize
Oh,
na
abi
naman si
na ko.
Councilor
Abi
Suzette.
na ko muna ito yung question, explain pa.
no.
Sige, okay, go ahead.
After this approval, Madam Presiding Officer,
Okay.
are we to believe that this City College would be running remotely and autonomously, independently of the operation of the LGU? I'm thinking aloud. So that we will not be expecting documents, approval, confirmations will be coming back and forth to the City Council for confirmation. I would like to think that we would give a chance to this type of institution to run independently. We will just have a check and balance in terms of the use of funds,
Yeah.
if the funds are coming from the city government of Cagayan de Oro, if personnel are from the entire structure of the bureaucracy transferred to this institution. My thought is, are we expecting a total transference of the legal authority granting this institution, the City College, to operate on its own separately from the city government of Cagayan de Oro? Again, I am in favor of that. What we need to do is just to have a check and balance.
Okay,
So
Councilor,
that
yes,
would
thank you.
be the course of endeavor of this project.
Okay, thank you very much. Councilor Suzette Daba, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Councilor Ian Mark Nakayo, for the question. Actually, Madam Chair, the City College will operate independently. It's just that gasugod pamanta, and then ang ato ang budget is mag-allocate pataog budget for the initial operations of the City College. But if we can recall, we are all authors of the ordinance, no, which was approved last year. It is the school governing board, which is the highest policy-making body of the City College, which will actually run and decide on the operations. And this is chaired by the city mayor. And of course, members of the board, and also we can check here the members of the school governing board, no, from different offices, from national government agencies. We also have CHED, we also have DOST and other, we also have the DTI, DepEd, and so on and so forth, Madam Chair. It's just that CHED required for the approval of the City Council, Madam Chair, ang kaning 5-year plan, no, with its mission and vision. But eventually, Madam Chair, tanan transactions, operations sa City College, dili na moagi sa City Council.
Okay, thank you very much. Clear? Councilor Ian Mark Nakaya? Okay, thank you. So let us proceed. Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Move to approve on second and final reading, Madam Chair.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item number 8, proposed ordinance number 2024-356, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Oy, representing the City Government Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the National Housing Authority, represented by its Regional Manager for Region 10, Engineer Alfonso Borlagdan, covering the NHA's Resettlement Assistance Program for Dansolihon Resettlement Project for the victims of Typhoon Odette, located in Barangay Dansolihon, the city, as part of the Cagayan de Oro Balik Probinsya, Bagong Pag-asa Housing Project, under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. Move for its approval.
And a second. Objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 9, proposed ordinance number 2024-356, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing City Government Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Understanding with the Layer Tech Software Labs, Inc., represented by its President Maria Jihan Frey Sangil, the Cagayan de Oro Chamber of Commerce and Industry Foundation, Inc., represented by its President Raimundo Talimeo, MBM covering the utilization of the Cloud City Feedback and Analytics portal designed to promote citizen-centric and inclusive local government decision-making under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. May I request Councilor Ayan Mark Nakaya be recognized, Madam Chair.
Councilor Ayan Mark Nakaya, you have the floor.
But I am moving in favor. I move for the approval.
Any second? Any
Second.
question? Councilor Suset Daba? Is there any question that you want to ask? Educate. Please educate us. Huh? No attachment? Anyway, sige. For approval. Any second?
Second.
Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve and second final reading, Madam Chair.
Second, objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 10, proposed ordinance number 2024-357, changing the nomenclature of vacant position interpreter 2. Item number 12-5G, SG number 10 to Administrative Officer SG 10 in the Plantillo Municipal Trial Court in Cities, the city to comply with the Department of Budget and Management Local Budget Circular number 137-2021 entitled Index of Occupational Service Position Title Salary Grades in the Local Government CY 2021 edition. Move, may I request Councilor Yan Lamlim.
Councilor Yan Lamlim, you have the floor.
I move for the approval of 2024-357.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve second final reading.
Second, objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Number 11, proposed ordinance number 2024-359, changing the nomenclature of the vacant position Special Agent 1. Items 19 is G-8 to Administrative Assistant, 2 is G8 in the Plantillo Office of the City Legal Officer, the city to comply with the Civil Service Commission Memorandum Circular number 12, Series 2011, entitled Revised Guidelines for the Determination of Positions in the Local Government Units as Primarily Confidential, and the Department of Budget and Management DBM Local Budget Circular 137-2021, entitled Index of Occupational Service Position Titles and Salary Grades in the Local Government IOSLGO CY 2021 edition. May I request Councilor Mercedes Balaba be recognized.
Councilor Mercedes Balaba, you have the floor.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2024-359.
Any
Second.
second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second, objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 12, omnibus approval. Clerk.
For
PNB.
omnibus approval of item 12-12A and 12B. 12A, proposed ordinance number 2024-360, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Lando A. Oy, representing the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the First Community Cooperative, FICO, represented by its Chief Executive Officer Edgardo A. Micayabas. B. Department of Education, Cagayan de Oro, represented by its School Division Superintendent Dr. Roy Angelo E. Gazo. C. Pedro Oloy and Rua Senior High School, Baikingon Annex, represented by its School Principal Rowena A. Tabuklaon. D. Balubal National High School, represented by its School Principal Rodel C. Estenzo. E. East Gusa National High School, FS Catanico Annex, represented by its School Principal Jocelyn B. Palabon. F. Indahag National High School, represented by its School Principal Maurita M. Donasco. G. Taglimao National High School, represented by its School Principal Marilo P. Lagak, covering the establishment of teen center in the selected national high schools in Cagayan de Oro City under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. 12B is proposed ordinance number 2024-361, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Lando A. Uy, representing the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement with the Oro Integrated Cooperative, OIC, represented by its Chief Executive Officer Floriano R. Hilot and Chairperson Patricio G. Juan. B. Department of Education, Cagayan de Oro, represented by its School Division Superintendent Dr. Roy Angelo E. Gazo. C. Bonbon National High School, represented by its School Principal Nenya Marie Istiliori. D. Bugu National High School, represented by its School Principal Ferdinand L. Vinco Jr. E. Cagayan de Oro City High School, represented by its School Principal Evelyn Q. Sumanda. F. Kauswagan National High School, represented by its School Principal Marvin Anthony A. Ramos. G. Macabala National High School, represented by its School Principal Norma B. De Lima, covering the establishment of teen center in the selected national high schools in Cagayan de Oro City under the terms and conditions stipulated therein.
Madam Chair, may I request Councilor Suzette.
Councilor Suzette Daba, if you are recognized, then you have to expound later again.
Now, I will answer with... Ay na lang, Madam Chair.
Okay, go.
No, joke lang, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Move to approve proposed ordinance number 2024-360 and proposed ordinance number 2024-361.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second, objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
For inclusion, Madam Chair, items 13 to 13 to 14. Wala na ba? Okay. Move to approve inclusion of these items 13 and 14.
Ay, any second?
Seconded.
Nakatanda mo ko sa iyang gown.
Yeah.
Any second? Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second. Item 13, proposed ordinance number 2024.
You have the same mind, ha?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Proposed ordinance number, item 13, proposed ordinance number 2024-361, extending the deadline of the period for the renewal of business licenses permits in Cagayan de Oro City from January 20, 2024 to February 29, 2024. Move for its approval, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 14, proposed ordinance number 2024-363, authorizing the City Local Government, Local Environment and Natural Resources Office and or the project management team of Project Lunhaw, the city, to conduct an inventory, assessment, evaluation of the actual condition of the trees at the areas covered by the Project Lunhaw within Plaza Divisoria in order to comply with the requirements of the Community Environment and Natural Resources Office, CENRO, for the issuance of permit for the clearing of seed trees thereat, and for this purpose, confirming the authority of the CENRO and or the project management team of Project Lunhaw to apply for tree cutting permit from the CENRO in Itaw. Roger Abaday? Councilor Roger?
Councilor Roger Abaday, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, the floor. I move to approve the proposed ordinance number 2024-363.
Any second?
Second.
Objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve. Second.
Question. Yes. I'm sorry. Councilor Amy Moreno, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, just a clarification. I understand apparently that it's just an authority to do an inventory assessment and evaluation. My question is, if tagaan ta og permit for tree cutting gikan sa Senro Initaw, will we be informed of the results of the study, Madam Chair, before mag-proceed sa tree cutting?
Okay. Let us know. How do we do that? Yeah, that is correct. Is there anybody here from Project Lunhaw? Okay, sir. Probably you can expound. Hey, sir, a councilor. Suspend.
Move to suspend the rules to allow non-members to speak before us.
Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried. Mr. Gabutina? Patrick Gabutina, you have the floor. Good afternoon.
Maayong hapon sa tanan, maayong hapon Madam Chair and maayong hapon sa members of the City Council. The purpose of the permit is to conduct an inventory and then to assess all of the trees and to assess properly whether it is supposed to be cut, balled, or replaced. But as of now, we are undergoing phases 2 and 3, no? And we do not have any immediate plans of cutting any more trees because we have incorporated all of the trees in the design, especially the existing mahogany trees and the other trees in the
That's good.
plaza.
So,
The purpose of the resolution is to give us leeway if ever there is going to be a tree
That
that's
will be cut.
whose health is showing noticeable defects like dead branches, hollowed trunks, or roots that are detrimental to the safety of our citizens, then that is the only time that we would do that. We would be consulting the ENR and the proper stakeholders also, whether to cut these trees or not.
okay, Councilor Amy Moreno is also requesting whether we will be provided with a report before anything that will be done to the trees.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay. Okay, Councilor Amy Moreno, you have the floor.
Madam Chair, page 221, Appendix O, na ay inspection report from the Natural Resources and Conservation Division stating that they are requesting for tree cutting. Number of trees mentioned are upat ka maluko ug duha ka mahogany. So, I believe this is contrary to what our guest,
Okay.
Sir Patrick, had
Yeah,
mentioned.
kindly please expound. Sir
Madam
Patrick?
Chair, regarding this happened in 2023 when we applied for a permit in 2022. And then because of when we applied for the permit, we submitted it to the Senro, the Sininitaw. And then I think we have a copy of the received document, and then we were informed then that there would be other requirements. One of which was the development plan of Divisoria. Unfortunately, during that time, we were short of manpower because the people who were doing the development plan was the City Engineering Office. And then during that time, the City Engineering Office was really full of other jobs to do, like the barangay development plans of the other barangays who were asking for projects. And so it was delayed, and then we asked again for reconsideration from Senro, and then they told us when we went there, they told us that there is another requirement, a city resolution coming from the Sangguniang. And then when we approached the Sangguniang through the SP secretary, they told us that first you should identify the trees that are supposed to be cut. But then, DENR would not identify the trees that are supposed to be cut if we do not have the resolution. So there was really a dilemma whether which comes first, the chicken or the egg. And so when we started with the project, because further delay would not be good enough for all of us. And so when we started with the project, there was already a storm. I think it was during the week of June, na there was a low pressure. And then when the project started, and then when we started the demolition and then the excavation of the park, the roots were exposed. And then this was the time that there was also an LPA, and then Glenro and Project Lunhao decided to cut down those trees because it was for public safety. It was the roots were exposed, and now we've learned also. Now we're reconsidering everything. We are back to the drawing board. That's why we came here and then asking for your good advice, no, that maybe this time we will not be cutting all the trees, and then we're going to make our architects now, because we have hired, Lunha has hired engineers and architects na to do the planning, and then we can make a better plan. Maybe we can construct. I cannot explain it properly, no, but our engineers are doing so na. When we excavate, there would be precautionary measures so that the trees would be safe. And there would, if in case, God forbid, there would be an LPA, there would be any danger of it toppling down.
Okay, thank you. Is your query answered? Not yet. You are satisfied? Okay, Councilor Roger Abaday?
Madam Chair, the request of Project Lunhao is an authority from us because that's procedural. Magputol tang kahoy manangid magita sa Glenro, sa DE na, no? So the purpose of the authority is just they have to still inventory is still to be assessed, and the query of Councilor Aimee is we will be provided with the result of the assessment. That is his query. But with regards to the trees that was supposed to be cut, evaluate naman sa DNR kung iputlon magdili. So we will be provided with a copy for that. That is the query of. So no problem with the resolution. I think there's no problem for the resolution because that's prerequisite before cutting trees. Thank you very much.
But we were also notified by the good gentleman that we will be again notified what will happen during the inspection. Right? Am I correct?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sir Patrick Gabutina.
So,
Suspension.
motion to lift suspension
Motion to lift the suspension.
and request for
Session
the-
resume.
yes. Move approval.
Any second?
Second.
Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
There being no other matters to take up, Madam Chair, move to adjourn.
Motion is session adjourned. God bless us all.